All right, so what is progression as a principle of movement change, right? Think of golf movement change as a video game, right? There are levels, right? Level one would be no ball, no club, in a mirror, right? Level 100, if you will, would be, the most pressure packed situation you can think of, say last hole, full speed driver with a crowd, at the club championship or whatever your equivalent is, right? And the problem that most golfers run into is that they really hate this idea. They hate the idea that they have to start at the bottom. If they want to make a significant swing change, right, they resent that they have to start slow, they have to start with a wedge, they have to start with a half swing and work their way up the ladder. And it's not just that. This ladder is non-linear, right? Non-linear is making a comeback in the conversation. It's never just going to be a straight climb, right? Things will vary day to day, two steps forward, one step back, right? All right, so let's think of the sub levels of progression, right? There's kind of three ways you can look at this. There's segmenting, which is, more commonly called like stop and goes or freezers. Can start our backswing or start our swing generally in different spots, right? That's one way to make things more difficult or easier, right? Starting from addresses would be the hardest. Starting from, say, club parallel in the downswing, and we're just going to hit a little chip shot might be the easiest. Speed is another variable to progression. The faster you go, the harder it is. I think that's fairly obvious. And then, of course, the club, right? I mean, if we have less loft, right, balls curve more with less loft. So as we move up the bag, things get more difficult, right? This is why, most swing changes need to start with a short iron, a partial swing, right, with slow speeds and progress up from there. Talked a bit about this so far, but it probably needs to be reiterated. There is no perfect climb up the mountain, right? If we think of progression as nonlinear, it will really, really help. Like on Wednesday, you may have had this great session where you could hit full speed, 7 irons with your new move, and you saw it on video and you got good feedback. And then the very next day, you go out and a half speed 7 iron is difficult, right? That is how it works, right? It's never going to be straight up the ladder. It's never going to be the driver first, right? I don't know how many lessons I've given in person where the student is always like, well, let's start with my driver. Or I don't know how many online lessons I've given where the second lesson starts with the student sending me their full speed driver. And of course, that's partially on me for not explaining this well enough ahead of time. But when it comes to progression, don't be ashamed. Take your time. Start at the bottom and work your way up. If you accomplish your goal, if you get good feedback at a level up, right? If you get good feedback at that level, keep going, right? Don't worry about the speed at which you make progress, right? It's all individual, right? The point is about having a system that allows for you to make progress over a long period of time, right? So those are the four methods that you're going to use to implement movement change: feedback, slow motion, exaggeration, and progression. In the next section, we're going to spend some time talking about alternative practice methods, or excuse me, alternative improvement methods.